they are the true rightful heirs of the city. The Palestinians also want their own sovereign land. Right now, all of the territory they claim is occupied by Israel. And they just want East Jerusalem as their capital. They haven't really said that they want all of Jerusalem. They really just want East Jerusalem, which is referred to as the Old City and contains most of the holy sites. Jordan, one of the neighboring countries, has been most active in the fight over Jerusalem. They did occupy East Jerusalem for quite a span. And they support Palestine as an Arab nation. They have a lot of ties to Palestinians and don't really see themselves as being necessarily comrades with the Jewish people of Israel. And the United States supports Israel. We have a lot of historic ties, cultural ties, with them being the only democracy or successful democracy in the Middle East. Their presence and their military expertise has really benefited the national security interest here, just because they provide a lot of intelligence regarding the terrorist organizations in the Middle East, and the United States has a very strong interest in seeing the Middle East reach some sort of peace and stability. And the options. So what we actually did, what President Trump did, is he moved the embassy. It was mostly symbolic, but the ambassador and his direct staff will be moving to work out of the consular section at 14 David Flussner Road in Jerusalem, well within West Jerusalem, I might add. But the move was seen as recognizing all of Jerusalem as under Israeli control and noting the sovereignty. It didn't specify West versus East Jerusalem, which many in the international community were outraged with. And Palestine has continued to refuse to talk with or host any U.S. Ambassadors or heads of state. Another option is to stress how symbolic it is, to continue to use the embassy in Tel Aviv as a de facto embassy and operate out of there, mostly leave the decision and the ceremony as mostly symbolic in Jerusalem, and stress that the borders of Jerusalem within that are under Israeli control, which could be determined as West Jerusalem or even a smaller portion of Jerusalem, are up to whatever the solution comes to be out of the peace talks in the region. Speaking of those peace talks, there is the two-state solution, which would promote the formation of two separate distinct states, Israel and Palestine, who would each have a portion of Jerusalem as their capital. Hypothetically, Israel would have West Jerusalem, Palestine would have East Jerusalem, but the specific lines of that would be drawn by any peace negotiation, which Palestine has refused to cooperate with. And then finally, a one-state solution, which again kind of ties back to leaving the move symbolic, but what it would do is